Hi, I'm Stephen Ham from Archery Supplies, and today I want to talk about your grip on your bow. So today a customer came in my shop and he's a good archer, shoots well, practices every day, and he was getting massive arrow damage, and when I say arrow damage, on the arrow rest. So the arrow rest was flipping backwards and basically his scores were going all over the place, in the downwards direction. So he's like, well, what's going on? So he thought he was dropping his hand in the release and that was causing all the problems. So first thing I did was I have a shot with his bow. Now for me it shot fine. So that would tend to indicate that there's a problem with something that he's doing. Now he's got a good release. It comes back nicely and looks fine. So the first thing I looked at was the shelf of the riser here. The shelf of the riser had massive marks on it from the arrow actually striking it. So what was actually happening is the arrow's coming through like this. Now I checked to make sure the arrow was at 90 degrees on the string, but when he shoots, it's coming through like that and actually striking the riser and striking the arrow rest. Now there could be a couple of reasons for that. The arrow could be too stiff, so it's not clearing the arrow rest, but this was striking hard the riser. So what was actually happening was he's actually pushing down on the grip of the bow. So he's applying more pressure down low. So when he shoots, the bow's doing that. So what's happening with the arrow, when it shoots, it's coming through and then whacking the riser on the way through. So just to change that, he just had to change the pressure point in his hand. So when you grab the bow, you want to grab it like that. And he was grabbing it a little bit more like that, so he was pushing downwards on it. Now once we fixed that, the problem went away. Now, part of the issue with fixing that, if you shoot a little flipper rest, it can be a problem. This is a little flipper rest here. This is the Fivix, I think, in and out rest. Shabu have got them, like everyone's got them. But it's a problem because that arrow is going to hit it and it's going to damage. And you're probably going to be a little bit upset. And I've certainly had customers upset with me when the wire of their breast breaks and they go, that should be covered by warranty. Well, the arrow is actually striking it, and that's to do with technique and form. So it could be the bow was set up incorrectly, but chances are it's going to be form and technique. So the solution was that I gave him was to stick a little plastic arrow rest on his bow. So he stuck a little Hoyt white arrow rest on his bow. That way he can shoot. If he does apply that downwards pressure, it's not going to break, it's not going to cause him concern and problems when he shoots. So basically, again, the key is to shoot lots, but to be aware of what you're doing. He's working on this, trying to get his release perfect, and it was the front hand. Often with the front hand, if you get pressure left and right, you can torque the bow left and right to move the arrows left and right on the target. You can torque it by pressing it down to move the arrows to shoot up. And pressure to shoot downwards. So it's very important to get that hand pressure correct every time. And if the pressure is not correct, you're going to hit your arm, it's going to really hurt. So the bow grip to me is really, really important. So after his shoot, he goes home and shoots and just shot close distance, shot fine. Then he went back and shot 80 meters and shot his normal scores that he normally does. So that was good. It was pretty quick, but just bear in mind, even with the combat bow, if you press downwards, the arrow is going to kick down, hit the rest, damage the arrow, damage the rest, break the rest, and then you're going to probably go off at the shop owner when it's probably your shooting. And the shop owner is probably not going to like it that much when you go off at him. And you're like, I need a warranty for this item, and the shop owner's like, well, I can't do a warranty because there's no warranty there, it's not a defective item. And then you're going to have an argument. Like, basically, as me as a shop owner, I always try the item before, so to see if there's a problem, because I'm going to say in most cases it's the user problem or the item was fitted incorrectly to the bow. And often when I set up bows, I'm like today I set up a recurve bow for a customer. I'm like, do not touch this bow. I don't want to see it back stuffed with, because I know it shoots fine the way it is, because people are very keen to play around with stuff. And they don't know what they're doing, and it's like, you just stuffed up what I spent time for, and I didn't charge you. This customer today, I spent 2 hours setting up his bow. So anyway, I'm Stephen Ham from Archery Supplies. Enjoy your archery. Thanks for watching. Bye.